Hey guys, this is Sergey and Vadim from Revs.in, back this week to talk to you about how to get the attention of busy or important people.
So we're going to be giving you two frameworks for how to structure an email when you're reaching out to somebody important, because email is probably the easiest way and the most conventional way to reach out to somebody that you don't know these days, assuming that you can't meet them in person. So the two principles are the why, what, and how principle, and the once principle. Let's start with the why. You need to focus the beginning of the email on why you're reaching out to that person, and more specifically, why it's relevant for them to be responding to you. So start with who you are, right? Are you a founder? Are you an organizer? Who are you that makes it important for them to actually even pay attention to the rest of the email? And then connect it with what it is that they've done in the past, or why they might be helpful to you specifically based on their background and experience.
Now, the once principle applies here in that you want to convey this information and entice them in just one sentence. The reason for that is oftentimes nowadays, busy people, they'll get anywhere from a couple hundred to 1,000 emails a day. So they're literally scanning the beginning of emails to determine whether they're going to continue reading at all. And so it's your job to entice them and get them excited or interested to continue reading in just one sentence. Maybe you'll separate it with a comma to give yourself a little room to write more, but you're really trying to make it as concise as possible to pique their interest in just that one sentence. The next part of the email is going to be the what. And here it's important to actually convey the ask of what you're trying to get from that person. And so what many people do is they make the mistake of dancing around the issue and trying to be polite to the person because they're so busy or they're so important. But really, they appreciate it when you're very direct about what it is you need from them.
And the way that the once principle applies here is we're actually asking them one very specific thing that they can help you with. A lot of people, when they're reaching out to somebody important, they think that they need to give them multiple options with what they can help so they can choose how they can be helpful. But that's actually counterproductive. If somebody is very important, that might confuse them and that might make them feel like they have to invest more of their time to help you out. So by asking them only one thing, you're giving them that one thing to latch onto. And if they can help you, they're that much more likely to follow up. The last piece is the how. Now that you've told them who you are, why they can help you specifically, and what it is that you need from them, give them a very easy and quick way to actually act on that, and tell them how they can actually act on what it is you're asking from them.
The way that the once principle applies here is you really want to give them only one option of how they can act so that you can avoid the likelihood of having decision paralysis and them not responding at all. So one option you might give is, do you have some time for a 15-minute phone call this Friday at 1 p.m.? That is very easy for them to say yes or no to, and they can potentially offer you another time if that one doesn't work.
So the biggest takeaway here is to be direct and to the point, because this email that they're receiving from you is one of many decisions that they are going to make that day, and you need to make the decision for them to whether or not they should follow up with you or not be as easy and straightforward as possible.
Hope that helps you guys, and we'll see you next week.